Before we start today's video, check out our affiliate links in the description down below. These can make some great gifts with the holiday season just around the corner, or even a gift for yourself. It supports the channel at no extra cost of you. Thanks so much. May the force be with you, and enjoy the video.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're doing well, and in today's video we have some exciting news into the regards of the future of the Mandalorian franchise, specifically in particular with the upcoming The Mandalorian and Grogu movie. New apparent rumors are circulating around now saying that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is only the beginning of what is to come here for the future of not just the Mandalorian franchise, the Mandoverse here as a whole, but as it's apparently being conceived as and planned as the next Star Wars trilogy. We of course are going to go ahead and we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from worldofreal.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. With the Charmin Obid-Chinoy's Rey Skywalker New Jedi Order movie now being apparently put on this quote-unquote hold, it is still being anticipated for its December of 2026 release, and even then would still be able to release then. The only other thing that Lucasfilm has got going for it at the time being is the success of their Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian, and well, it's other upcoming projects as well. It's no coincidence though, however, that Lucasfilm has decided to bet all of its chips on a Mandalorian movie set to be directed by Jon Favreau. Of course, there's a lot of other Star Wars stuff going on with Disney Plus, but on the theatrical side of things, it's a bit dry at the time right now, and the only thing that we do have really solidified and really in movement is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So, it happens according to one of the show's stars himself, Giancarlo Esposito, by which we have recently just discussed and talked about here on the channel, is saying that The Mandalorian and Grogu very well could be planned as a trilogy of films, or maybe even more, as the next saga, apparently. And for one, this makes complete sense, but for another, it's hard to say of how correct Giancarlo really would be, right at that for one, especially given his current involvement with the franchise and his given status of his character at the very least. But The Mandalorian, which had aired its first 3 seasons on Disney Plus, is a very popular show by which, and Lucasfilm is now banking on its streaming audience to watch it in theaters, to, head to the theaters and make some more money in the box office. They'd be able to make more as a theatrical release, likely speaking, as a theatrical release than they are currently with it as a Disney Plus streaming show. Not just that, but also would be able to have not just the same budget that they already do have for the Disney Plus seasons of The Mandalorian, but maybe even a bit of a cheaper budget even at that. And then for them to make, well, more money with it, it's just kind of a win-win in that kind of scenario. And when you look at it from a money standpoint of things, especially from the House of Mouse, they have every reason to do so. This whole idea of Giancarlo Esposito, though, however, Moff Gideon's actor, saying that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is apparently being planned as the next trilogy for Star Wars, or even beyond that apparently, is a bit hard to say, though. However, it's really a bit difficult to really splice on that and really bank on that, I think, if for anything. As I had mentioned, given his current involvement with the franchise, and, well, really at that, given of where we last saw his character of Moff Gideon, it's hard to say that he really has any idea of the future of the Mandoverse and within the franchise, making a return to the franchise for another. And I think that this could go two of which ways. For one, I will be, say the blatant one, is that he's kind of just, being a fan. He's just kind of speculating, I think, really at that. Or for another, the more suspicious one, I think, the one that we could, get a little bit more hyped over, I think, if for anything, him talking about the future of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, saying that that is the future of the franchise, as it would be like the next trilogy, essentially, or it's being conceived and planned as a trilogy of films, if for anything, says a lot of things. It, would kind of indent that into what Lucasfilm is looking at doing in the future, for one. It would also confirm that he would be back around as Moff Gideon for, the next adventure, probably for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie as well, and for this trilogy of films for another, given how Moff Gideon had met his demise once again at the end of The Mandalorian Season 3. But looking at the greater, grander context behind why he said this is that he was recently speaking at a fan convention a couple of weeks ago alongside with a couple of other Star Wars actors such as Ezra Bridger's Iman Esfandi in the live-action Ahsoka Disney Plus show. Same thing for Sabine Wren's live-action actress Natasha Liu Bordizzo, and I think one of the Acolyte actors there as well were all speaking recently at a recent Fan Expo event convention a couple of weeks ago, and taking a bit of a Q&A session. So the inevitable question is popped up and brought up into that scenario of what's going on with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. What's your involvement? What's your stance on that? That is kind of the reply and response that Giancarlo had kind of implied and kind of had given us from being asked that question. Pedro Pascal is returning as the titular bounty hunter Din Djarin. Sigourney Weaver joins him as an undisclosed role, and we also know that Steve Blum is back to voice Zeb, based off of the exclusive teaser trailer footage shown at D23 about a month ago. So while showrunner Jon Favreau is in the director's chair, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is set to hit theaters on May 22nd of 2026, and there's a lot of anticipation building up for it, as it's currently in the midst of its production and filming right now. So if Moff Gideon actor Giancarlo Esposito would have some type of involvement with it, I think that it would eventually come crashing down sooner than later with his involvement, something of an interview being mentioned in passing, essentially, that, oh yeah, I'm busy working on this given project, essentially. Or there's the actual set leaks that would also confirm that as well. There are 6 other Star Wars projects currently in development. Not all are for a theatrical release, some are for Disney Plus's release as well, from the directors Charmin Obid Chinoy, working on the New Jedi Order Rey Skywalker movie, also anticipated for its December of 2026 release. James Mangold working on a Dawn of the Jedi movie that's anticipated for a 2028 or 2029 release. Dave Filoni working on a Thrawn Cultimation movie anticipated for a 2028 release. Jon Favreau working on the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Donald Glover now working on a Lando movie instead of a show. Sean Levy working on a Star Wars project of some sorts, probably after he finishes up with Stranger Things Season 5. Patty Jenkins also working on her Rogue Squadron movie once again. That one has been long overdue, I think, and has been a long time coming, really, at that being announced like in 2020. It was supposed to release actually last year in 2023 and never got to its production and filming, and now it is back on the table as she's no longer working with DC and working on a Wonder Woman 3 movie. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming first of all of these different given projects. The others will likely remain for the time being simply as labeled in development. We know that how Star Wars has been and Lucasfilm has been for the last couple of years at this point when it comes to their theatrical releases. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated with all of it here on the channel, guys. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.